Various activities are a normal thing, but after corona crisis, face-to-face contact is prohibited, and this situation made loneliness grow into people's mind. The fact that the virus spread to another person by contact make us live in totally different lifestyle. We have to wash hands and need masks to go to anywhere. We keep away from public place and keep 2 meters between others. All outdoor activities has made danger. People want inside more and more. People are getting to put various and excessive activities in the house. That's the site where we picked. It is located in Gwangju, South Korea, named Gwangcheon Simin Apa트. It is the first collective house in Gwangju, and it consists of the 3 buildings surrounding the central yard. The left one is A-dong, and C-dong is in front of it, and B-dong is between them. After the Korea War, there was the place of Shantytown. People gathered here and made a village. The central yard was the playing place for children and sharing place for adults like parents. There is a long corridor inside the building, and on both sides, tiny residential units are arranged in a row along the corridor. People made a public toilet, laundry room, and kitchen against tiny unit. Currently, there are not many people living in the building, and it will eventually be demolished next year. Additionally, this building has the important history of pro-democracy movement that happened in Gwangju. We are going to talk about what's going on present and what's going to happen 30 years later and even 100 years later. Present seems with similar form, but it says characters change that from collective to detached. 30 years later, people spend all day at home and they create a new contact way with screen. 100 years later, people won't go out at all, but someone escapes their room and gets shocked from nature, especially sky. The current form of cohabitation brings people together in the yard, and people enters each house through the common entrance of each building. It is very dangerous to the coronavirus. Residential units are located on both sides of the corridor. It is also very dangerous to the coronavirus. People all want a detached house. After much consideration, we found a solution. We are going to turn character of apartment into a detached houses one. First, place a large ultraviolet sterilizer at the public entrance to remove the coronavirus. People are disinfected by themselves when they enter the public entrance and go home separately. Second, as the required area per person increases due to the increase in indoor living time, it expands the area of the house. This helps minimize face-to-face encounters with many people. Third, place the existing outdoor yard in each house. Sunlighted indoor yards keep people close to nature. Nature makes people healthy. Finally, connect 3 separated buildings. People who have been disinfected can meet other people indoor. Each floor have community space along the connected spaces. Therefore, the village was maintained as outdoor elements were brought in, and each building was connected.
30 years later, in a series of pandemics, our country controlled mankind. A generation of people who are exposed to the digital environment first has been born. These children are born with a QR code on their body and live a controlled life. It's no longer safe outside the house. And people have come to spend almost all their time inside the house. Now, nature, hug, and trip with friends remain our record. In a controlled society, standardized apartments work more effectively in the Republic of Korea, an apart republic. However, we try to take advantage of uniform. Control the situation in reverse. The way to spend your time at home presently is simple. At first, download the background from the internet, and secondly, apply it to your home. They sit in the same chair over the window, drinking coffee and talking, as if they met at the same cafe and took off their masks. It is an ironic situation in which the shortcomings that could not be filled by video calls can be solved in an uniform and controlled space. Touch digital works and windows to exchange information, convey each other's warmth, and feel together. My vibrations are transmitted to the friends. This act will create an illusion for those living in similar plan, similar furniture.
People never go out to avoid contact. Nature that there is only in book, never been going through, is just one of world in mind. People fill home with screens, helping with contact at home. The new world in screen is no longer new at all. Lacking contact brings a bunch of single-person household, and it brings sense of isolation into our mind, and the sense become a hopelessness, and people kills oneself. The one of thinking about suicide, run out at home on a whim. At the moment, we can't move because of the smell of glass and the air and the sounds of nature, which are warm and cold. People who were scared of virus go inside. Nature has the outside. The sky has been filling of drones with camera for sending outside on the screen. The drone records him and he is seeing sky behind drones, and sky makes him feel fresh and he wants to get the sky. The drone shows the man standing on the ground to each house, and the others start coming out one by one. All they do is only seeing out of 2 meters, but it makes them can share the hopeless days and hear it. They think they need space to face-to-face contact. There are many people can't go out for scary about outdoor yet. People find a huge inside space, like no huge factory or church, and install sterilization system and get rid of ceiling to bring sky inside, and do not put themselves into closed space. A bunch of drones disappear. People see, feel, and share nature. They keep contacting.
Thank you for listening.